Tax season is coming up, but do you know which part of your military pay are taxable and which aren't? In this video, we'll break it down and share some common mistakes service members make when filing their taxes. With this knowledge, you'll be better prepared to take advantage of exemptions and help reduce your tax burden, keeping more of your hard-earned money. But first things first, let's start with what the IRS does tax. Generally, military pay is taxed at the federal level. That includes basic pay, incentive pay, re-enlistment bonuses, flight pay, and cost of living allowance, or COLA, which is taxed when you're stationed in the 48 states on the mainland. State taxes, however, are a different story. Some states, like Texas and Nevada, don't have an income tax, so active duty pay is completely exempt. Others, like California and Oregon, tax military pay just like any other income. So, if you've moved recently or are a legal resident in a different state than where you're stationed, make sure to check your state and local rules. Bottom line, base pay is taxed federally, and states handle things differently. Now, let's look at what isn't taxed, because military members receive several exemptions, and knowing them can save you real money. First, combat pay. Money earned in a designated combat zone is tax exempt. And here's a perk. If you spend even one day in a combat zone during a month, your pay for that entire month isn't taxed. For commissioned officers, there's a cap. The exemption equals the highest enlisted basic pay plus hostile fire or imminent danger pay for that month. Next, let's talk allowances. Basic allowance for housing, or BAH, and basic allowance for subsistence, or BAS, are both considered allowances, which means they're not taxable. Same goes for COLA when you're stationed outside the mainland US. And there are more tax-free benefits you should know about, including overseas housing, PCS reimbursements like dislocation allowance in temporary lodging, travel reimbursements for dependents, and shipment and storage of household goods during PCS. And here's an easy rule of thumb. Most pays are taxed and most allowances aren't. But there are two key exceptions. Combat pay is not taxed, even though it's a type of pay, and COLA is taxed when you're stationed in the mainland US. We've talked about what's taxable and what's not, but even with that knowledge, mistakes still happen. Some of the most common are reporting non-taxable pay, like BAH or BAS, as income, and including combat pay on federal or state forms. Other errors include filing in the wrong state, forgetting deductions for moving expenses, and not utilizing complementary military tax services. Here are a couple tips to help you stay organized. Review your leave and earnings statements, or LES, carefully before filing, and save your deployment orders and pay records. They'll help make life easier at tax time. Staying organized and avoiding mistakes is half the battle. The other half is understanding what's taxable and what isn't, and that's where you can really start saving. For additional information, check out the IRS Armed Forces Tax Guide, visit your base legal office, or reach out to a tax consultant who is familiar with military pay and benefits. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more financial content.